Are you feeling it lately? That quiet but persistent sense that something in your financial life is shifting, even if nothing on the outside has changed yet? Have you noticed that the way you think about money no longer feels the same? That old beliefs about struggle, limitation, or this is just how life works are starting to feel uncomfortable? If that question made you pause for even a moment, pay close attention, because moments like this never happen by accident. They appear when your wealth energy is beginning to transform. Most people are conditioned to believe that money only changes when circumstances change. A new job, a new opportunity, a new strategy. But real financial transformation never starts on the outside. It starts internally. Long before numbers shift or results appear, it begins as awareness, as a subtle disturbance in familiar patterns, as a growing realization that the identity you've been operating from no longer matches who you're becoming. And if you're listening to this right now, it's because that internal shift has already started. Your wealth energy isn't just about income or savings. It's the frequency created by your thoughts, emotional responses, expectations, and the story you tell yourself about money every day. When that frequency begins to change, life sends signals. You may feel restless without knowing why, less patient with repeating the same financial cycles, more sensitive to conversations rooted in scarcity or hopelessness. You may find yourself drawn to content about mindset, abundance, and financial awareness, even if you never cared about those topics before. None of this is coincidence. This is alignment activating. Ask yourself why this message resonates now, why today, and not months ago. People who are disconnected from financial change don't question their patterns. They normalize struggle and stay on autopilot. But when wealth energy begins to shift, awareness turns on. You start noticing what no longer fits. You question beliefs you once accepted as facts. You sense that what felt normal before now feels restrictive. This stage can feel confusing. On one side, you may not see immediate external change. On the other, something inside you knows that staying the same is no longer an option. That tension isn't a problem. It's a signal. It means your financial identity is in transition. Your old internal standard is loosening, making room for a new one. And this exact moment is where most people either evolve or unconsciously sabotage their own breakthrough. When wealth energy shifts, it often feels uncomfortable before it feels empowering. Old habits surface, doubts get louder, fear reminds you of past failures and missed opportunities. That doesn't mean you're doing something wrong. It means your mind is reacting to change. The mind prefers predictability, even when predictability is tied to scarcity. Awareness of this reaction is critical, because without awareness, fear quietly takes control. You may notice that your tolerance for certain conversations has changed. Complaints about money, constant negativity, or beliefs like, "it's impossible," may suddenly feel heavy or draining. That's not judgment, that's alignment. Your internal frequency is no longer matching those patterns, and awareness creates distance before it creates results. At this stage, attention matters more than action. Understanding what's happening inside you is more powerful than forcing outcomes on the outside. Many people consume content passively, letting words pass through without reflection. But transformation doesn't respond to passive listening. It responds to understanding. When you truly understand this phase, you start noticing your internal dialogue around money. You catch old narratives as they arise. You become aware of emotional reactions before they turn into behavior. This is where people diverge. Some panic and try to control everything. They rush decisions, obsess over timelines, and force manifestation. Others stay present. They observe their thoughts. They refine their mindset. They allow clarity to emerge without pressure. The second group is the one that experiences lasting financial change. You may also feel drawn to learning, reflection, and quiet clarity, rather than loud motivation. That's not lack of ambition, it's integration. This is the phase where wealth energy stabilizes internally before it expands externally. Many people underestimate this stage because nothing dramatic seems to be happening, But this is where the foundation is being built. You might notice increased awareness of time, less tolerance for waste, more sensitivity to habits that go nowhere. This doesn't always feel like motivation. Sometimes it feels like dissatisfaction. And dissatisfaction, when understood correctly, is a sign that your internal standards are rising. Language becomes important here. The words you use internally shape how you experience money. Phrases like, "I can't," "I'm always behind," or "maybe someday" subtly reinforce limitation. As awareness grows, those phrases start to feel inaccurate. They no longer reflect who you're becoming. And when language shifts, perception follows. Comparison can become tempting during this phase, but it's dangerous. You see outcomes without seeing the internal process behind them. Your path doesn't require imitation, it requires alignment. Alignment cannot be rushed without recreating old patterns in new forms. You may experience moments of clarity followed by doubt. That's not regression, it's integration. Identity doesn't change instantly, it adjusts in layers. Each layer brings awareness, and each awareness brings choice. What matters is not eliminating doubt, but refusing to let it dictate your direction. As this process continues, your relationship with opportunity changes. You become more selective, more intentional. You may turn down things you once would have chased. That's not fear, that's discernment. Wealth energy strengthens when choices are conscious, not reactive. This phase challenges patience. Awareness increases desire, and waiting can feel uncomfortable. But patience here isn't delay, it's precision. Acting too early often recreates scarcity patterns. Acting with awareness allows new outcomes to form naturally. Notice which money-related thoughts keep returning. Repetition reveals programming. If the same fears or beliefs keep surfacing, it's because they're ready to be examined and released. Ignoring them only delays the shift. Self-trust becomes essential now. External validation won't guide an internal transformation. You must learn to listen to subtle signals, quiet clarity, and internal alignment. The more you do that, the more stable this shift becomes. Stay present with what resonates. Don't rush to label this experience. Let understanding form naturally. Honesty with yourself during this phase determines how aligned your next steps will be. If you stayed with this message until the end, it's because something here truly spoke to you. So now go to the comments and let me know you were here. You can write, "I feel the shift," "I'm paying attention," or "My wealth energy is changing." If a specific idea stood out, write that instead. Even a short phrase is enough. Writing it anchors awareness and turns this moment into something intentional. If this message helped you see your relationship with money differently, leave a like before you go. That simple action helps this message reach others who are experiencing the same internal shift. And if you haven't subscribed yet, do that now. This channel is for people who are done repeating the same financial patterns and are ready to understand how real transformation works. The next video appearing on your screen continues directly from this point and takes this shift even deeper. Click it and keep going while this awareness is active.